You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie X Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, Don on the beat.
Ay, I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups.
so many ups.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Ay, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
Hey guys, what's up? It's not just me. Soonie's going to be here also. But she had to go quickly make a bottle for the baby. So I'm starting the show today. You guys get me. Welcome. Sorry, we're a few minutes late. Guys, I do not know why the YouTube says 9 o'clock when I set it to 8 o'clock every time. I don't know if it's an Eastern Standard Time thing that's going on. I sound like I'm underwater. Do I sound like I'm underwater to anybody else? Hello, 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 everybody. All right, there it goes. Okay. Anyways, so I don't know what's going on with the time, why it says that we are starting at a certain time and then we're not we started our normal time. So just so you know, typically Tuesday and Friday, we go live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It will never change unless we say so. So regardless of what the YouTube say, I don't know what they're trying to do, if they're trying to boycott our channel or whatever. It is what it is. People keep saying I sound like I'm underwater, but okay, it's breaking up. All right, give me just a second, guys. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to refresh my screen, okay? Okay, how's that? Does it sound any better? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Just let me know if it sounds better. It shouldn't be a wiring issue, but because I'm checking everything. Give me just a second. All right. I think you guys said it's better now, so hopefully it is better. Anyways, guys, Soonie will be here shortly, so don't worry. She'll be here. It's not just me. But I'm going to go ahead and recap or just tell you guys what we're going to be talking about today. So obviously we're going to be talking about two ongoing topics. One is going to, oh my God, it got worse. What the heck? Hold on. I swear to you, YouTube. Is that better at all? Please let me know. Please let me know. Just undo what you did. I didn't do anything. I did not undo this fine. Then you started moving wires. Oh, is it better now? Is it better now? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm checking the audio myself. Oh, you know what? Okay. Is it better now? Is it better now? I think it was probably my phone interrupting. What is going on? What is going on? Is this any better? No, it's not better. I can hear it. It's still bad. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know why my audio is terrible. I'm hoping that City gets on quickly and figure this out. Hold on. Test, 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 test. Yes, Joe, everything is pushed all the way. Okay, let me refresh my screen. Be right back. All right, guys, is that better? Is that better? Oh, it's better. I hear it better. Okay.
What you over here messing up?
Whole time that you've been gone, I've been having like audio issues and I've been sounding weird. I was like, what the heck's going on? So I kept reloading it. I think now people are like, don't touch anything.
She over there breaking stuff.
No, I'm not. I swear. Well, because I turned my little mix, like my little sound thing around, and I was like, okay, maybe something's loose. And I was like doing stuff, and they're like, don't touch any more buttons.
It was fine until you started moving wires. Undo what you did. You sound like
Yeah.
Transformers. Dang,
Yeah.
look at all. Dang, she's over there messing stuff up. See,
Joe's
this is why
over
I call
there.
you.
Joe's over there, like, are all your wires pushed in? I'm like, yes, they are pushed in.
This is why Mo is an honorary boomer.
Yes.
This is why the roadcaster is being sent here.
Ah!
Because
I got to get that on
she-
order. Thank you for
she
reminding me.
wouldn't know what the crap to do.
Yeah, I got to get that on order. Thank you for reminding me. Dude,
What's up, y'all?
I literally, I swear, guys, okay, I'm not touching anything. I literally am not that dumb when it comes to audio stuff. It's not that difficult. But it's okay. Because you know what? I think I'm going to do this more often because it got you guys talking in the comments about my audio. So it was a win-win. And yes, we raised enough money for one, but we also need another one. So keep donating.
Mo just wants to feel included.
Yes, I need one too. I need one too. Okay. We can't just have one. We both need one. We both need to be able to be like, I need to hit the something on Soonie, or I need to hit a beep, or I need to whatever. I need to have control. Okay. Plus we need
just hold on herself.
Yeah, plus we need other equipment as well. So, you know, it never stops.
Yay.
So I have something else to break. Thanks a lot for your vote of confidence, Jacqueline. Appreciate that. And Joe caught, we were about to leave. Actually, Joe, is everybody just following you in and out of this room? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
We
goodness.
have a
Anyways,
fun
guys.
show planned for you guys.
Yes, we're going to
Fun
talk
show.
about the staple, which is obviously Palestine and Israel, a big boar fest. And then we're going to talk about the
Big
Speaker of
boar
the
fest.
House, another big boar fest.
That's not. See, these topics aren't boring. These topics are highly entertaining because, you know what, I'll wait till we get on the subject. But I'm actually pretty excited for all the commentary that we get to give tonight.
For sure.
I'm
excited. I'm excited too. Then we're going to talk about the real fun stuff. Okay. We have more developments in the Tafari Campbell case. Mo has read the Jada Pickett Smith book, Worthy. I also read the Will Smith book to get the context from the other side. So I'm gonna give my thoughts on that. We have an update from the Cheesecake Factory girl that wouldn't date that guy that was going to take her to the Cheesecake Factory. And I found a very interesting list that I know Soonie will love to go through. And it was a list made up of a group of ladies who basically listed out 28 things that men shouldn't take, or 28 places that men shouldn't take them to on a first date. And in response to that, the men made a list of the kinds of women you should never date.
Let's go.
So
Equal rights, equal lefts. Let's go.
That's right. So we're going to go through that. Okay. So we have some fun topics in addition to the more serious topics. So I'm going to let Soonie kick it off with her favorite topic, which is the Palestine and Israel.
Oh, you must have been looking at what I've been posting today.
Extravaganza. Oh yeah, I always look at what you post.
Um, I mean, I'm not really saying much to the war. Um, I'm just pointing out the inconsistencies. I I don't think there's fair and objective reporting going on from either side.
Mhm.
And I think it's smart and it's honest to show what other news sources aren't. Whether it's true or not, the other side is sharing a bunch of things that aren't exactly true. I don't know if you saw, but the New York Times Post came out with an what do you call it? An investigative piece
Mhm.
on the bomb that hit the hospital or the parking lot because it was
Mhm.
adjacent to the hospital, but hit the actual parking lot. Didn't come from Gaza,
Mhm.
and they had a whole breakdown on how the story that's coming out of Israel is it's a pretty shaky story. It doesn't make too much sense, but they're also not taking the opposing side.
Mhm.
They're just not.
So was that bomb, it was determined that it was like a failed, like their bomb that they were gonna shoot, it dep
So they're
it
saying it was a bomb that failed. It failed. It malfunctioned. That's
right.
what they know for sure,
Yeah.
right? At this point. But they're still speculating where it came from. But you still have people choosing sides. So I've just been on the outside
Mhm.
kind of pointing like, hey guys, look at this. Hey guys, look
Yeah.
at that. Because me constantly giving my opinion of I'm not pro Hamas, I'm not pro Israel, I'm
Mhm.
not pro Palestine. I can just see where wrong is being done. That's what
Mhm.
I'm pro. Like I'm
Mhm.
pro truth.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Mhm.
I don't want to take it any further. So
So
anything that
what
I talk about today is just going to be inconsistencies that I've spotted.
okay, so tell me, because I like you're talking to somebody here, I am on purpose not really following anything because every day it changes. Um everybody's opinion changes based on which big influencer makes a statement. We have Charlie Kirk saying some things, we have Candace saying some things, and then whoever's pro those people goes in the direction that they're going at that given time. So I had made a comment to Soonie and I was like, I'm just completely confused. Is anybody else like sound off in the comments? Is anybody else completely confused as to what is actually going on in this situation? Not necessarily like what it's about, but like I'm completely confused as to what is actually going on, where we're at, what is the truth, what isn't the truth.
As far as what?
So I think I
Just
don't know if you heard it part because you were getting at,
sorry.
but I no,
So I'm
that's okay.
sorry.
I just said fill me in on where we're at with this right now
Mm, so
because
the,
there's too
so
much
just
going on.
okay. So where we are right now is I think we're on day 11 or 12
Uh-huh.
of them fighting, and they're about to initiate ground attack.
Hmm.
Both sides have been bombing each other. There's been casualties. I think it's up to 5,700 Palestinians are dead
Hmm.
at this point. I
Hmm.
don't know what it is on the other side because I genuinely don't trust the reporting. Um, but it's pretty much is just a continued war from what we've already seen.
Hmm.
They're just speculating what caused it, why this is happening. Now,
Hmm.
America, I don't know if you saw this, but America has called for a ceasefire
Hmm.
after they decided to fund both sides of this war. I want you
Right.
guys to remember that. So America's
Right.
calling for a ceasefire. The UN is stepping in calling for a ceasefire. Hostages were let go. I think it was an old lady and her daughter. I
Hmm.
don't remember who it was, but two hostages have been released. Those hostages have spoken out, which I will show a video later. And the
Those are
leader of
Israeli
Hamas,
hostages.
those are Israeli hostages.
Uh-huh.
Didn't I say that? Or did I mess that up?
You may have. I was just asking.
Oh,
I didn't.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, these were the people that were kidnapped.
Mhm.
The grandmas and the women and the babies and the 40 beheaded. This is where we are up until this point.
Mhm.
And like I said, America is calling for a ceasefire. Now, how they will move going forward, I don't know. But what I did find really interesting was the leader of Hamas spoke out. And I'm going to play this and I want people to listen with an open mind. remove your bias, remove the things that you know about Hamas, and just listen. Because when I listened to this, I was actually a little just like taken aback from what I was listening to. And it didn't make me reconsider what I've been thinking, but it removed a lot more bias, for my opinion, on this entire event. Hold on, let me find it because Julia sent it to me.
Okay.
By the way, if you guys are not following Julius, you're not following Propaganda Fluent, Huey Media, who else? I can't think of his name. The Planet guy.
Oh, Planet Genetics, I think his name
Planet
is.
Genetics. These are some pages that y'all should really be following for an informed perspective that has no bias. I like what they're reporting. Hold on, let me get this video. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Now I'm pulling them up. I never do this. I usually have everything pulled up.
Came unprepared.
I did. I got this baby here. My husband's back. So I've been hanging out with him.
She don't know what
And
to do
I
with herself.
felt super lazy. Like it was time for me to come do this. And I was like laying on the bed. He's like, why are you so tired? I'm like, I don't even think I'm tired. I think I'm just very relaxed. Now that he's home, it's just like, I
Yeah.
don't want to do shit. I just want to chill. All day I see videos of dead Palestinians, but not much from Israel. I mean, people should question that too. Why do you only see videos of one side dying?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, I
not
mean,
like
like,
that's only being reported by them. That's being reported by mainstream media as well.
yeah. And that even confuses me because I thought Palestine had no power. So I'm confused as to how those videos are even getting out. But you know, that's just my simple mind using, I guess, reason.
Now we're gonna have to stop it and play it, but this is 5 minutes. That is worth it. And this is your first time seeing this too, right? So I don't think I sent this to
Absolutely.
you.
No.
Okay, watch this. Give me your perspective, and the
Okay.
audience, please type your comments while this is going on.
Will you release all the civilian hostages? Will you let them go from Gaza unconditionally? Will you let them out now?
They are not hostages. First, secondly, I told you.
Whatever you call them, captives, guests, whatever. Will you let them go? What have they done?
I said we will release them, and Al Qassam brigades announced that. But now they are distributed in different locations. Israel has killed more than 22 of them because of the destruction it has caused. So, therefore, if Netanyahu was keen on their safety, if the Europeans and the Americans are keen on their safety, let them force Israel to stop its aggression, to stop this genocide, this brutal war crimes which are committed every day. Yesterday, only 400 victims in one night, Dominic. Let them stop this aggression, and you will find the mediators like Qatar and some Arab countries like Egypt and others. They will find a way to have them released, and we'll send them to their homes.
Did you catch what he said? If you didn't, I could run it back.
Yeah, run back the part that you wanted me to catch because I mean I
Okay.
heard what he said.
Listen to what he says.
Killed more than 22. I told you.
Whatever you call them, captives, guests, whatever. Will you let them go? What have they done?
I said we will release them, and Al Qassam brigades announced that. But now they are distributed in different locations. Israel has killed more than 22 of them.
What's happening with the hostages? They're moving hostages. We don't know what their method of strategy is because we haven't had intel from Hamas. So I'm speculating at this point. This guy is saying, I will release them. Stop bombing us. We've had to distribute them and move them around. And to the places that they were moved, Israel bombed them. They're dead. This interview is crazy. Listen to this with an open mind. He just said that 22 of these hostages have already been killed.
because of the destruction it has caused. So therefore, if Netanyahu was keen on their safety, if the Europeans and the Americans are keen on their safety, let them force Israel to stop its aggression, to stop this genocide, this brutal war crimes which are committed every day. Yesterday, only 400 victims in one night, Dominic. Let them stop this aggression, and you will find the mediators like Qatar and some Arab countries like Egypt and others. They will find a way to have them released, and we'll send them to their homes.
Did you mean to take civilian hostages? Did you intend to do that? Or was that a mistake, taking so many civilians
how do you
and
mistakenly
civilians
take
from
hostages?
countries all around the world?
This is where, of
How do you-
course, it gets.
How do
Did you mean to take them?
like you just walking down the street, you're like, what the fuck? How did I pick up all these hostages? Like, what?
This is another shaky part, right?
Yeah.
He's doing what he's supposed to do, which is, deflect from any atrocities being painted that his men are doing, right?
Right.
They already have enough that they're claiming that they've done. So I'm not going to admit that I'm purposely taking hostages. Let's listen to how he answered it. He answers it like a
course not.
politician.
Of course
But
not. He's not going to admit it.
You also have to listen and read between the lines to this exchange.
I said this happened within the situation of a battle. Al-Qassam fighters focused on the army officers and rank and file to exchange them for the 5,500 prisoners we have. We have hundreds of children, women. We have some people who spend 45 years in Israeli prisons. Dominic, please try and understand me. This is a message. Hamas, this is not a battle between Israel and Hamas. This is a battle between Israel as an occupier and the Palestinian people.
I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about the hostages. I'm asking about your captors, Mr. Michel.
Please.
We got to pause it.
I love the guy in the background. I love the guy in the background doing the translation. It just sounds like he's being held under duress. The way it's like, you know what I mean? The guy yelling in the background. Because, dude, when you hear people speak in this language, it's kind of like in Hispanic families, like when people come to Hispanic dinner and everybody's like talking to each other in Spanish, they're like, "Why are you guys yelling? We're not yelling. It's not hostile. We're just
Not
talking."
hostile. Okay.
Dominic, please. Western media talks about being objective, but you have to apply them honestly. Like you apply them to Rwanda, genocide was there. Netanyahu is committing genocide. Our cause is a cause of liberation. You do not look at the latest developments. You tend conveniently to forget the crimes upon which Israel was founded in 1948. The Palestinian people want freedom. Yasser Arafat negotiated with them. He made peace with them. They poisoned him. They killed him. Abu Mazen is left helpless because they don't want to.
Michel, so all of that justifies what you did on October the 7th, going into civilian places, taking civilians hostage, killing civilians, taking old women, taking children. All of that is justified by what Israel did. Is that right? You're saying an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Did two wrongs make a right?
You, Dominic, insist on the same narrative. This is what Israel has done. Occupation, assaults on Al-Aqsa, assaults on children, massacres. This is what made them fight their soldiers, as I told you before.
But on that day, we saw your fighters killing.
Do you see? Are you picking up what I'm dropping?
I just drop it. Just drop it because this is like I can't with this guy and the voiceover. And PS, by the way, okay, can we just have a moment to acknowledge that if a movie ever gets made about this guy, please sound off in the comments if you agree. Can we just have George Clooney play him? Look at this.
Oh,
his
God.
twin, okay? George Clooney, I nominate you. Anyways,
George Clooney
go
and this
ahead.
guy. Oh gosh. He's called. How often do people interview the leader of such dangerous terrorist groups face to face? Listen. The reason I said listen to this with an open mind and put your bias away is because he's telling you right now to your face what they're fighting over.
Mm-hmm.
He just told you. They're fighting because this land is being occupied.
Mm-hmm.
They are we really going to deny that these people are not facing oppression? Just like, let's just be honest about this situation.
Wait, can I
Doesn't
ask a
mean that
question?
I think Hamas is right. For all the people who are going to get emotional,
Can I
doesn't
ask a
mean that.
question really quick about the land? Because I don't really know. Holy shit, it's storming bad. I don't really know like what the truth is here. So, like, when the land got divided, did the Palestinian people choose where they ended up, or are they mad because they chose the wrong side? That wasn't good for agriculture. That was like a shithole. Not to mention, they're not doing anything to fix it up either. So, like, did they choose it, or was it given to them that way?
So in 1948, the name Israel, the country, was established. That whole thing.
Yeah.
The people who were already on the land were slowly pushed towards the Gaza Strip. So they've been fighting for this land for a minute. They're losing the battles and they're slowly being pushed towards an opposite side on the West Bank.
Mm-hmm.
So these people are now just like, you guys keep talking about us bombing them, but you keep ignoring the fact that they have literally pushed us to this small portion of land.
This may be like another simple minded Mo thought. Okay. But how much money have we given over the years? I mean, over the years and years and years and years and years, have we given to Palestine? Weapons, cash, whatever it is. If these people would have taken that money and made improvements to the shithole that they freaking live in, we wouldn't be having a war because they would be happy on their side and the Israelis would be happy on their side. But no, they want to fight. They want to fight. These people live for the shit. They should be taking the money, selling all these weapons that they got, putting the cash back into their situation. But no, they don't do that. Why?
Well, they're talking about Israel versus Palestine. That's not even a fair fight. That's
There'd be
like
no reason to
America
fight.
versus Taiwan. We would not obliterate them.
Right.
It wouldn't be a fight.
But I'm saying what they're fighting over, right, is the fact that they feel slighted and oppressed, right?
No, there's no feeling about it. These people are actually going through oppression.
I get that, but I get that. And again, this is why I avoid this conversation, because when I push back, not with you, I'm talking, but like when I push back on, just to trigger some thought here, right? It's kind of like, let me put it in layman's terms. To me, this is how I process it in my brain. It's kind of like when people were like, oh, we don't have money here in the United States. Oh, we don't have money. We can't afford things. Okay, well, here's a stimulus check. And then some people put it in savings and a lot of people blew it on bullshit, right? Meanwhile, they're complaining about how oppressed they are. But when they get a little money, they don't do shit with it. They don't put it back into their community. They don't use it to build businesses, right? Is that what could possibly have made this situation better? We're not talking about comparing if this country and this country went to war, it wouldn't be a fair fight. I'm talking about the fact that they're bitching about the deal they were given with the land.
They weren't given a deal. They were forced off their land.
Regardless, okay? All these years that you've been bitching about it, take the money that you've been given by us, paid for by us, and fix your shit up. Stop blowing things up. Why can't they?
Because Israel is a corrupt country. They don't give a fuck about rights. It's not the USA. They don't care.
I'm not talking about Israel. I'm talking about the money we have given Palestine. Just like in Ukraine, the money we give to Ukraine. Why are they not building Ukraine back up?
I don't know. I guess I don't see the relevancy to that discussion when that's a moving of the goalpost that takes attention from away what's actually takes attention away from what's actually going on. Why does that matter when there are people facing This has to do with the government. The government
Right.
is in control there. So what does that
Exactly.
have to do with the, to me, this is like blaming Americans for Biden. There's
Mhm.
another faction of this country that is responsible for voting someone in. Their side just happened to win. Are we now somehow at fault because that side decided to vote that way? That's what I'm saying. What I don't understand the relevancy to what you're saying.
I'm saying the government is saying we are oppressed. Our people are, they're feeding that story to their people. We're oppressed. These Israelis want to keep us oppressed. They want us to live in these terrible conditions. They don't care, right? They are getting money from wherever. I say wherever, but it's coming from us. Why not use that money if this is what it's really about to make their lives better? But they don't, because they want to fight in this war. And that's why I'm trying to tell you. That's why I choose not to get into the discussion about this, because we are dealing with people who don't want a solution.
I
They
don't
want
believe
to
that at all.
continue. Oh, I totally believe it. I
That's a
totally,
whole lot of conjecture. How can
I
you form that
totally.
opinion with what information?
I think that I compare it to the same thing that we have
Jesus.
going on. I compare it to the same thing that we have going on here in the United States, right? We have a lot of people here in the United States, and they have a great place, right? The United States is great. But there's people that will complain and complain and complain and are not interested in solutions. They will say, "Oh, I'm oppressed. Oh, the situation's different for me. You can't tell me that you made it." And try to tell me that because you made it, I can make it too, when that is exactly the case, right? Now, I'm not trying to say a comparison of the United States and Israel or Palestine is the same thing, but I'm just trying to say it has been hundreds of years that these people have been fighting with the same shit over and over and over again, and there is no solution to it. You just missed all that. So now I'm like, I got to repeat it. I just basically said, in short, to me, it's a comparison of how people are here as well. We do the same thing here on a different level. We complain and complain and complain, and we're not interested in solutions on fixing anything. We just want to complain and we want to live in this misery. And that's what I see over there. That's what I see over there. That's why while I appreciate the conversations that are being initiated, I know they're not going to go anywhere. They're not, because these people aren't interested in solutions.
Then what's the point of politics or anything else in this country?
I
What's the
know
point of
that's
international? That's
such a
to
good
me.
point.
To me, this just shut the conversation down. Like, what other discussion can we have if these people are choosing this, and we shouldn't talk about it because they're actively choosing this? That sounds like a dismissal.
No, it's not a dismissal. That is my opinion of it. That is my opinion. I'm not saying that is the correct opinion. I'm saying that is
No,
my
I'm just simply
observation.
stating. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we can have a conversation, but again, I'm coming from a place of like, I don't talk about this. I don't follow this. I'm looking at it really from the outside of just very simple terms and wondering why we are spending so much time concerned. I don't want to even say concerned, because it is concerning, because our troops are going to have to eventually go over there and be involved in this. And so that's where it really makes me upset. But and then to make matters worse, this new speaker guy, the very first bill that he puts forth is a bill to help Israel. Like, why? Help us. We need the help. You know what I mean? So I agree that it seems kind of deflating that I have this opinion, but it's my opinion. It's how I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? Like, and I said to you the other day, if the internet didn't exist, if people couldn't get their news in a little nice packaged post on their live feed or whatever, half the people wouldn't be interested in this because you would actually have to read and be educated on this topic to give a damn. But now everybody's like an international expert, it seems, and they all have an opinion on this. But I don't know. I think you're doing a great job of showing both sides of it. I'm not saying anything about that. I think you do a great job of that. I appreciate that because I see a lot of stuff.
I don't
But
think you are. I'm just pushing back on you because that's not an informed perspective. And I think a lot of people have that perspective that you have. And
absolutely.
when you don't have a full picture, you end up making poor decisions.
Mhm.
I think Americans need to be the geopolitical realm is what we people complain about all the time. When people bitch about this ominous monster of the new world order, you can't turn the blinders off and say, well, I don't care,
Mhm.
because and then turn around and talk about a deep state or some plot to centralize the government.
Mhm.
This is a part of that. You have
Right.
to understand this realm in order to vote for people who are going to fight against this agenda. And a lot of people have just it's just I don't really know what to say. I don't have an opinion. To me,
Mhm.
that's a cop out.
Mhm.
It's a cop out. If you don't have an opinion, then don't say nothing on it at all.
And I feel see, and that like I feel you on that because I feel the same way when we talk about voting for who the president is going to be or voting in general. When people are like, I don't care, I'm not going to vote for the president because they don't, sorry, my vote's not going to happen this year. I feel the same way because I'm just like, oh, well, that's kind of a cop out because you're throwing your vote away, right? In general. That's how I feel too. So I feel you on your opinion in that matter. And it's not that I don't care about what's going on. It's not that I'm not informing myself on what's going on. It's that I'm choosing not to enter into the realm of social media to discuss it. And when I do, I instantly regret it. Instantly regret it because I hear people and they're like, why can't we have an opinion either way? We can't say anything about Israel because then you're, called all sorts of names. You can't say anything about Palestine, either pro or negative, because then you're called all sorts of names. You can't question anything because then you're called all sorts of names. So it's just like, it's a lose lose situation. I'm like, why am I fighting so hard? Why am I going to get upset over something that doesn't concern me right now? Doesn't concern me right now.
We'll see. This is a moment of I think what's gonna happen is people don't care now until shit gets real. And then everybody will go back and try to figure out information on this conflict, figure out what happened, and it's gonna be too little too late because
Mhm.
we live in a world of censorship. We live in a world where they will absolutely take something off the internet if they don't want it there. Um, let me just I forgot to talk about this. I was supposed to do a whole discussion on this and totally forgot. It ties into our subject.
Mhm.
The show we did was taken down. I don't know if you checked the email or not, but the show we just did the other day, last week, where I was pointing out all the inconsistencies, all the videos that were put out and manufactured, um, that video got taken down for misinformation. And when I went to go fight it on an appeal, they told me I couldn't fight it and they had made their decision. This isn't
Really?
I'm about to pull it up. It's right here.
Did you get an email like to your YouTube channel?
Yep. Let me
Let me see because so the one we did, you're saying the last live show we did,
yeah, because we didn't do one Friday. I
right?
had to
So it was last Friday,
Tuesday
last
night,
Tuesday?
Tuesday night, the night we showed all the videos where I said, "Hey guys, watch out for this because this is the day the whole bombing happened." When we
This one?
came on, it's still up on your channel. They have taken mine down.
Okay, so the only email I got about this was in regards to a post that we showed and it had a song in the background, and so it gave me the option to remove the song, so basically like silence that segment, and then they put it back.
Look, I got this email. You can see it. I got this email. Let me see, what day did I get it? Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
3 days ago, I got this email. I'm like, what did I talk about? Misinformation. So I clicked on it to try to figure out like exactly what I did.
Uh-huh.
And I took a screenshot of that. I'll post it up. But the screenshot said that I shared videos that were being misrepresented. So I wrote back to YouTube and I said, I'm not sharing the video. I'm showing people that these videos are misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
I get a response back that my appeal was rejected. This is just the start.
Crazy.
This is just the start. I'm a little peon channel with how many people watching me. I'm calling question to a lot of things that are going on. I'm showing people that these videos are manufactured. I keep telling people to go read manufacturer consent. Keep telling people you need to stay informed on this because they're going to be taking videos down. They've already taken mine down. Even though I did not get on here and say this is exactly what happened. We've never done a show where we said, look, this is what's going on over there, guys.
Right.
It's always been, actually, no, this was found out to be untrue. No, this video is not actually, it's not accurate. It's not true. So I bring that up to say, we can want to turn the blinders off and not want information all we want, but you're going to be begging and thirsty for this information when it comes time. When it comes to a point where they completely blot out certain things of history, they did it hundreds of years ago. We're arguing the inaccuracy of history in 2023 because people don't care.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to get into bro, you ain't got to fight nobody on your opinion. Honestly, fuck whoever don't like my opinion. I've said this. I don't care. I'm not into this because I care about what people think. I'm into it because the truth needs to be told. And the truth is not being told. It's not. Or else I would still have my video up.
That's
I don't
crazy.
spread false news. I've never done that.
That's so crazy that they would do that to you. And like I just checked our Somewhere in the Middle channel. It's still up there. And that channel of yours is monetized, right?
Yes.
Okay, so obviously that would make more of a difference, but like my channel's monetized and they haven't. That's so weird.
We've carefully confirmed that it violates our misinformation policy. I'm like, how?
And I don't even remember what the segment was that you were talking about where you were showing. Oh, wait, I do remember now. You were showing videos. That's so well, maybe they just haven't gotten to mine yet. I don't know.
Like,
Or
we're not
maybe
even allowed to show misinformation. That's
or maybe they
crazy.
liked my opinion and so they're like, we'll leave hers
Yeah, she's
alone.
pro-Israel. You're safe. You're safe.
I'm not. I'm
You're
actually
you're
not.
stepping over you're not opening the envelope and ripping that shit off. Like, fuck the rest of y'all. I'm gonna say what it is.
Listen, YouTube, listen here.
I'm kidding.
I'm not
kidding.
pro-Israel and I'm not pro-Palestine at all. I really don't care. Listen, I have said I find it interesting that you cannot question Israel. You can't question, you can't say anything. Just like anything else, right? You can't question the gays, you can't question the medical community. There's just certain people that you can't question, right?
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. So
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. The only thing, and I'm just gonna nag you privately, I'm just gonna send you articles upon articles.
Sure. Go ahead. I appreciate it.
How
I
many
read them.
PDF books that I've read in the past week? Probably 10 on the conflict, on history, on the Balfour Act. These are, and whoever's listening, you guys can write these things down and go read these things yourself. It'll really change your perspective. What it does is remove all emotions.
Yeah.
All emotions, all your biases, and you're like, damn. Shoot, I can see both sides. I really can.
Well, and in an effort to do so, and I told you this the other day, I'm in the process of reading The Ethnic Cleansing of Palestine, and I'm also reading Reclaiming Israel's History to understand what both sides feel. So I am educating myself on this. You guys don't think, even though I have these like really like simplistic questions and views, I'm doing that because, and I know a lot of people don't want to admit this because everybody wants to sound like an expert. I'm doing this because I'm admitting I am not all knowing on this. Okay. And it's okay.
It's hard
It's
to be all knowing.
okay. Right. But, well, I mean, can you? I don't even think
It's hard.
if you talk to like an Israeli or a Palestinian person, it's funny because even those people that are entrenched in this, either through their family or they live there, even they have skewed ideas about what's going on. I saw a really, really interesting it was on the Jubilee channel, you know, the one like where they get
Mhm.
the opposite sides and they sit them in a
Yeah.
room. So the Jubilee channel, they did one where they brought Palestinians and Israelis, and it was interesting because they did it over a meal. Okay. This time they served a table of food, which I thought was interesting because food is something that brings people together and very important in those cultures. And those people, after talking, realized that they also had it wrong. They had
For sure.
misunderstandings. They had misunderstandings about what each other's side was really about, right? And I thought that that was such a crucial conversation.
This is
So,
why I say the government is at fault for this conflict because it's their agenda.
yeah.
They're manipulating people
Yes.
with saying that their religion is under attack. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that is not a reality in this country because Christians were persecuted. Um, but when you attach a political agenda, a secular agenda, and say it has some sort of biblical tie to it,
Mhm.
and then you have the Muslims saying that it has some sort of tie to the Quran, you get into a very dangerous territory and you start
Mhm.
wars. Like this is what's going on now. We're starting wars.
Right.
Christian Zionists are a threat to this country. They're a threat. America first doesn't exist. I'm just about to get real somber and like blunt to the point. It doesn't exist. America has not come first, and I don't know how long. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say centuries. We are not first, and voters are not informed.
Yes. We can agree on all those things.
They're not.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying I know everything, but I'm saying that I read more than the average American. I know I do. And I'm more open minded than the average American because a lot of you guys are tribal. As soon as it's something that does not confirm your bias, you turn it off. And
Mhm.
it's dangerous, bro. That's a really dangerous place to be when you just don't consider all facts. I've
Right.
got 30 tabs opened up because I wanted to. I'm going to talk about Biden and matter of fact, we can get into it now because it all ties into this.
You really have 30 tabs? I only have 16. What the hell?
I have 30 tabs open and I got 3 different Google Chrome boxes open because I
Oh
just sit here
my
and read.
lord. Oh my lord.
um, but this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. This is the craziest thing ever. Everybody knows who uses Yemen as like a front
Mhm.
for attacks. If you don't know, it's Iran. Biden says this. Biden warns a response if Iran attacks US troops. And I said, you know what? The average voter on the right and the left probably don't even know that there have already been attacks on bases.
Right.
Fox News reported on it. MSDNC reported on it. But you know what happened? Is it's a blimp on the news.
Yes.
Flash, flash, and then it goes away. There's
Yep.
already been American casualties.
Yep.
We keep talking about these hostages, but they're attacking our bases.
Yeah.
Joint bases where we're training. Security forces are over there right now training these people on how to secure their base. And I think infantry is over there. What do you mean if, my nigga? They already are. Like, what do you mean? We're paying attention to this. I think it's okay to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, right? Guys, look at this cup. And then there's like a whole shitstorm going on behind me of people fighting, dumping food on each other, but it's all muted back there. And I'm just like, man, this plastic cup is fire, bro. It's biodegradable. I can light it on fire and nothing happens to it. Actually, I got a lighter right here. You want to see? Ooh,
No,
trick. Oh my
Soonie,
god. And all this
Soonie,
shit is going on behind me.
it's just like that. No, dude, it's just like that meme of that news reporter that had like the explosions and the fire behind him, and he's like, nothing but peaceful protests over
What
here.
protests are going on?
And people literally with the fucking shit blowing up in the background were like, see, everything's peaceful. Like they couldn't.
What are you talking about, Biden?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He doesn't know.
Iranian-backed militants have attacked U.S. base Alger and the I don't even know how to pronounce these things. I'm sorry,
Which
Middle
one?
Eastern folks. Gosh,
I can't
pretty
even read
much.
that.
Iranian-backed militants have already attacked U.S. joint bases, the international bases. 3 bases in Iraq and Syria have been attacked, and this was yesterday. So, actually, last night for y'all. There've already been 3 attacks. At least 24 U.S. soldiers were injured to different degrees during the attack.
Yeah.
Biden, what are you talking about? Do you see why I say I get it? We're never going to know everything.
Right.
And I'm a freak of nature because I sit and read all this stuff because I'm bored. What else am I going to do? I'm a housewife. I cook, I clean. My kids aren't here. I'm going to sit around and read.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? So you know what's going to happen? This right here, what is it called? It's a manipulation tactic that the media does. It's like predictive programming.
Yeah.
They showed us the Ukrainian war first. Now we get to this war, and because these are our allies, we're all on board with the war.
Mm-hmm.
But people die. Americans want to complain about the vet situation in this country and how our government the Fed don't really care about the people that they're fucking up when they send them over there to those wars. And they're fighting for America's interests or Israel's interests. Now they're openly asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
They're openly asking for it. I haven't seen one American, not one, show the fact that there are at least 24 soldiers who have already been attacked. Not one. We sent troops over there, boots on the ground, to help the Israelis. What about our own people?
Yeah.
If we were going to start a war, why not start it now, Biden? What you mean if? They have already attacked you.
Unpopular opinion. Loading. And I've said this before, so hold your shock face, but I know you guys don't want to hear this because of the children and all, but I'm pro leveling the fucking place, to tell you the truth. Just fucking level it. You know what I mean? Que se saque, like, you know what I mean? Like, get rid of everything. Just get rid of everything. The place is full of mold. We got a problem. Okay. What's his name? Glenn Beck. You got a plane. Fill it up with whoever can make the trip. Because I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired. We were all pro. We were all pro war too after 9/11. Remember that? And then our government.
I was too young. Don't say we. That was y'all.
No,
old
I'm
people.
saying we as the peoples, right? The people, the government. And then the government took us there. And then we were like, we need to get the fuck out of Afghanistan. What are we doing over there? We forgot. We will never forget. Hashtag we will never forget.
But they forgot.
They forgot.
Let's use Israel as a proxy to go back to war with Iran. Like they think we're stupid. A lot of you are stupid. I'm sorry, Americans. I love you. I'm glad that a lot of you support me. But a lot of y'all are dumb when it comes to these topics. You're dumb in your voting. You're emotional in your voting. The left, you are the left. You are just the opposite side of left. But both sides are highly emotional. You don't know why you vote. You don't give a fuck about these politicians and their corrupt natures. You celebrated the fact that McCarthy was removed only to put in a freaking Zionist, a woke Zionist at that. I have a video on this guy talking about black people have a completely different reality than whites. But what do I know? What do I know? I know absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Dude, I had and to be fair, like going in about that speaker, I don't know anything about the guy, Mike. What's his name? Mike Johnson?
Yes.
Mike Johnson? Okay, yeah. I don't know anything about Mike Johnson, but I had somebody like send me a post from Trump and they were like, see, Trump backs him. And I'm like, Trump also backed McCarthy. Trump also backed McCarthy. Okay. Listen. I don't know anything about him. So I'm going to sit back because even my mom texted me today and she's like, are you listening to what the new speaker is saying? And I said, no, mom, I'm not listening. Why not? You should listen. I said, I'm not, you know what? I'm done with these people's words and I am interested in action. I don't even care really what their background says anymore. Sorry, the camera's moving, guys. My dogs are fighting right at the base of the camera. I don't even care what these people's backgrounds are anymore. Honestly, like, I don't care if they're Democrat. I don't care if they're Republican. I don't care if they're Zionist. I don't care what it is. I don't care that they were pro J6. I don't care that they were election deniers. I don't care. Okay. I am interested in your actions. Point blank, period. So I have to sit back and wait to make any judgment about this guy because I'm not impressed by anything anymore. Like, this is what this world has done to me. I'm very cynical. It's not, you guys aren't getting everything is sunshine and fucking rainbows today, Mo. Not on this topic.
You're so funny.
Did you want to reply to Michelle's comment?
What was it?
She said,
so they're not widely reporting this because they don't want Americans to know, to keep on board with funding and backing Israel. Absolutely. I think it backfired with Ukraine because Ukraine already has a very shaky history, and because of their attachments to Democrats, the right is automatically going to reject it. They're gonna reject it just by nature. Some people fell for it, but a lot of people are going to reject it. To me, the Ukrainian coverage was far more balanced because you had Sputnik, which is out in Russia. They're a big news organization, and I'm sorry, but they don't have the control that these Zionists have over the media. So they had a fair reporting. It was what it was. But this, you've only seen how many Palestinian casualties have you seen on our news media?
A lot.
They've shown Palestinians. I haven't seen it.
Casualties?
Yeah, like the mainstream media showing what Israel's doing.
Mainstream media? Not mainstream media. I mean I've seen it online. I mean. Yeah. Okay.
To answer her question, of course they can't have people knowing stuff. You have to manufacture consent. You have to get people on board and okay with the idea that this is going to happen. They support it. Yeah. If you don't, you start to get if you don't, you get what you get over in the Middle East, which is they're revolting. They are. They do not like the government. They do not support the wars. But our country, I think we're just split down the middle, kind of 50-50 on these things. And it can go either way. The pendulum is just going to keep swinging back and forth. So hopefully that answers your question.
You know, hey, I'm in support of, and this is the other thing that's funny, right? That people even like say what they say about all this stuff going on, because we should be revolting against our government. And here are people that are doing it. And we should be like, yeah. You know, listen, I'm all for like, revolt around your government. I just ain't going to send you a check though to do it, is what I'm saying. So you missed the best part. That's all I'm saying. I just think I am totally for you standing up and pushing back against your government, but I'm not going to fund your pushing back against the government. That's the only thing. I'm like, I don't think we should fund that. Okay. But Soonie is 100% right when it comes to like how they manufacture your outrage and everything that you think you know, like that's 100% on point. And if you don't recognize that that's what's happening, I don't even know what to tell you, because like this whole show, I think we've made a pretty good consistent effort in trying to show you guys just,
Yeah.
multiple examples of that. Just to go off topic for a quick second, one of the most recent ones that I saw was a headline from Tucker Carlson saying that we now have proof that Derek Chauvin wasn't the cause of George Floyd's death. Okay. Oh, well, why is that? Because a person who got a hold of, I don't know, a person who saw a medical examiner's report said that the medical examiner's report conclusively stated that. And I am seeing people, okay, reposting this information and doing shows on it. And here I am as a person who sat through the entire fucking trial every day of the week and said this a long time ago when I was doing coverage on this.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all mean he killed him? This doctor got up here and said that there was no evidence that what he was doing was the thing that killed George Floyd. Okay.
Yeah.
But the problem is that all you guys saw were the 4 or 5 other medical experts that they brought up there that confused the jury because they all had different opinions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then the jury, and that was what the whole point was, to confuse the jury. So there was some type of doubt. And y'all fell for it. Y'all fell for it because y'all were like, well, maybe that Chauvin guy really, that knee on the neck really did do him in.
Maybe it did.
Yeah. But you guys are now you guys are like, oh, look at this hot take I have. There ain't nothing hot about that take. That's old news. That's old news.
Mo said, catch up. Y'all way behind.
Catch up.
Catch up. Hold on. Oh man. Do you remember that bill I showed?
Which one?
The bill regarding what is it called? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. The anti-Semitic bill that
oh yeah, that DeSantis.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I want to show you guys this again before I get into the topic. DeSantis. Oops, I put DeSantia. House Bill 269. Wow. The administrator has blocked your IP from accessing this website. You think I'm kidding? I've been blocked.
You want to hear what I've been blocked from? The Israeli Times News or whatever the fuck it was that you talked about last week.
What?
The Israeli Times. I don't remember what it was. Okay.
They blocked you from.
They blocked me.
Here it is.
I got. Wow.
So I can't even view the bill, guys. This is a Florida gov.com video. I mean,
wait, this is kind of scary. Why are they blocking you?
Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see my screen?
Try it off of DuckDuckGo. Try it off of Google. Wow. You're just getting played, man, left and right.
Yeah. Right.
You need a VPN.
Ready?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, there it goes.
Why'd they block it on that one? Here we go.
DuckDuckGo is supposed to be the arbiter of truth. What?
Arbiter of truth. All right. So this bill, remember when we went over it? 269 violates your freedom of speech. And this is actually what got Mr. Winkler up in his, his panties in a wad, going back and forth with me, is he said that I was spreading false news and that this is not going to do anything to anyone. And these laws were already enacted. It's a bold-faced lie. Americans have always been able to protest against their government in aiding foreign wars or foreign conflicts. People who are American citizens have every right to protest what they want to, as long as they are not disturbing the peace and they are having a peaceful protest. It's chill. There's no violence going on. Well, let's just fast forward. DeSantis decided to do what he does as a fucking tyrant, and he's now ordering pro-Palestinian student groups to be disbanded.
Yes, I heard about this.
And no conservative has anything to say.
They
So
Soonie, they probably don't even know about this. Come on, man.
I can't give them that excuse. These people who claim to be they claim to be the arbiter of of objectivity and truth. So if you're going to talk about what the left doesn't know, I'm going to need you to understand what your own side is doing. And this came from the Tampa Bay Times. I have several other articles pulled up from every single side. I've read through all of these. This is indeed DeSantis's administration. They have already supported anti-First Amendment legislation, which I just showed here. How are you going to stop college students who are approved to be on this campus because they go to school there? How are you going to tell them they can't have a pro-Palestinian stance?
Mm-hmm.
What country do we live in? And by the way, just so we can confirm some biases on the right, I'm going to take you to the Hill as well.
See, that's
why can't they have these student groups?
It's scary. It's really scary.
Go back and look at that video between the Hamas leader and that journalist from, I want to say it was the BBC. I think that's who it was. Go back and listen to that. After you watch this show, after I've shown you everything that I've collected over the week, go back and watch that. And you're going to look at this conflict completely fucking different. America is no longer first.
Can you shoot me the link to that interview in WhatsApp and I'll put it in our description?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
No problem. No problem.
While you head over there really quick, I need to make a urination sample.
Okay. Well, I'll read through this while
Okay.
you go make your urination sample.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Florida officials have ordered state universities and colleges to disband pro-Palestinian student chapters on their respective campuses amid ongoing war between Israel and militant group Hamas. In a letter to state university presidents sent Tuesday, the state university system chancellor Ray Rodriguez directed them to disband the chapters of the National Group for Justice in Palestine on their campuses. The order comes from a national group's response to Hamas's attack on Israel earlier this month. They're talking about the day of resistance. That day, I think, was that Friday that they were predicting it was going to be bloodshed. And these people were going to come out and start offing Americans and anybody who didn't support them. Based on the national JSP support of terrorism, they're saying that these students are supporting Hamas. I don't think that that is a fair characterization. If they are, they're probably supporting them under a very ignorant point of view. And silencing them is only going to galvanize them. I just want you guys to understand that. So based on their support of this terrorist group, in consultation with Governor DeSantis, the student chapters must be deactivated, he added. This is Rodriguez speaking. These two student chapters may form another organization that complies with Florida's state statutes and university policies. Listen, I told y'all weeks ago that this was going to come back and bite people in the ass, and I was told that I was sharing fear porn. It is right here. They are violating people's rights. A new trespass offense if a person who is not authorized or invited willfully enters the campus of a state college or university for the purposes of threatening or intimidating another person and is warned by the institution to depart and refuses to do so. So all these laws up here, these new laws that are being proposed, okay? I told you already, they're all first-degree misdemeanors, and if they find a credible threat, it can be increased to a third-degree felony. I don't know what the fuck else to say. I really don't. But this frustrates me. This frustrates me. We don't live in a goddamn banana republic. We live in the United States of America. Who is DeSantis or anybody else in the state of Florida to tell Palestinian students that they do not reserve the right to care for casualties that have died? Y'all let BLM protest, which I think you should have. I don't think that should have been shut down. Let them protest. Jan Sixers were allowed to protest. Pro-Trump groups are allowed to protest. Conservative groups are allowed to protest on these campuses. Florida, you're doing exactly what you claim the left does, and you're doing it on the right. I did a whole live calling the right woke. This is a woke fucking move. And it pisses me off. This is why I can't stand DeSantis, bro. He's the worst. People only give him praise because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew who the crap this dude was before COVID.
And he really didn't like do that much in regards to like even that was blown out of proportion. Just FYI.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
That just makes me mad. What do you think? You haven't got to say much on it because I've been running my mouth.
No. You're good on it. I mean, I didn't hear the last thing that you were talking about aside from talking about the students being, banned from protesting. And I think we talked about that a little bit last show that I don't agree with that at all. Like, I think whether we agree or disagree on topics, I think everybody deserves the right to protest as long as it is done peacefully. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
I don't have a problem with seeing people holding up a Palestine flag or an Israel flag or whatever, just as long as they're being respectful. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
and Michelle is right. Like, this is the path that Canada has been going down for years, and it's slowly happening here. And once we allow them to do it, they're going to keep doing it more and more and more.
Oh, and to answer your question, America has sent over. First, before I give you this answer, how much do you think America has sent to Palestine? If you had to ballpark it.
To Palestine? Oh, it's
Yeah.
got to be in the billions.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how much, but I'll say it's in the billions.
5 billion.
Yeah.
It's not even touching what they've sent to Israel.
Right. What is it in Israel?
Oh, it's well over 100 billion. Well over that.
And see,
And they've been sending them US aid since 94.
yeah, like I kind of feel like, dude, when we send people money, like I need to know what you're doing with the money. That needs to be a condition. Like I need to have a full reporting of where all those funds are going. Seriously. Seriously. Like FEC.
Since we're talking about where funds are going, can we get into the topic of this new Speaker of the House?
Yeah, let's do it. Mike Johnson.
His name is Mike Johnson?
Mike Johnson. Yeah.
Okay. I think I have a video of him talking on the stage. I do.
While you pull that up, I just want to put out there what his 7 core principles of conservatism are. Okay. He believes in individual freedom, limited government, and there you can go on to the mikejohnson.house.gov page and you can read up because there's a whole story about him. Limited government, the rule of law, peace through strength, fiscal responsibility, free markets, and human dignity. He was an election denier. He actually was part of Trump's defense legal team when he was, in the early stages. What else? He's representing the 4th congressional district of Louisiana. And he has served as vice chairman of the House Republican Conference. He's a leader on the Judiciary and Armed Services Committee and serves as deputy whip for House Republicans. This is his 2nd term as vice chairman and has previously served as a chairman of the Republican Study Committee, known as the Intellectual Arsenal. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. He's got a story about his father who was a firefighter, yada, yada, yada. Listen, I love Trump. I'm going to vote for Trump. Okay. But those of you guys that really love Trump, those of you guys that really love him, okay, like it doesn't matter if he's down with Trump, I'm down with this guy. Okay. This guy's the guy for you because he is Trump all day, every day.
Oh God. Well, we'll see if people change their mind after this.
Extraordinary crisis right now. And the world needs us to be strong. They need us to remember our creed and our admonition. Turmoil and violence have rocked the Middle East and Eastern Europe. We all know it. And tensions continue to build in the Indo-Pacific. The country demands strong leadership of this body, and we must not waver. Our nation's greatest ally in the Middle East is under attack. The first bill that I'm going to bring to this floor in just a little while will be in support of our dear friend Israel, and we're overdue in getting that done.
Overdue. More money.
We're going to show not only Israel, but the entire world that the barbarism of Hamas that we have all seen play out on our television screens is wretched and wrong, and we are going to stand for the good in that conflict.
I'm done. Seeing all those representatives stand up should piss off every fucking American. These people can't even come together to form legislation that is going to properly fund this country. They let the government shut down. They let military members go without pay.
Mhm.
They let vets die. They let vets turn into homeless people. They've been trying to cure hunger. They now have taken on social issues, racial justice, gender justice. We have all these umpteen thousand conflicts in our own country, and Congress cannot get it together to fix a goddamn thing at home. But they can get together and clap in unison to send
Right.
money to Israel.
Right.
Conservatives bitched about the money going to Ukraine, and now you're about to send billions more to a war that has nothing to do with us. But now it does.
And that's the
because they
first thing
bombed
he
US
did.
military members.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing you do.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't been live, bro. I've been minding my motherfucking business because people are retarded as shit. I can't have this conversation anymore. I almost
Let
want to
me-
cry right now. That's how mad I am.
Oh my gosh, don't cry. Let me ask you a question. And I myself don't have an answer for this right off the bat. But what would have been a good first move for him in terms of like the first bill he proposes, right? Or sends to the floor? What would have been a good move for him if he really wanted to show good faith?
Renegotiating a lot of legislation that waits in the balance now. Getting
Mhm.
things done that how about finishing the pipeline? How about the fucking wall? How about dealing with our border? How about fighting legislation to somehow help these states combat this whole faggotry that's going on? Sorry,
Yeah.
I said it. I put tree on the end of it. But look, the number one thing you should have been doing, number one, because they keep talking about Hamas creeping over the southern border, is
Uh-huh.
locking the border down. But you didn't
Exactly.
do that.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah.
do that.
Yep. Excellent point. The border, I think, now that you bring that up, should have been his first move. Because that would have showed America first, right? Like before we send them any money, let's first lock down our borders immediately. No more. I don't want to see any more videos of these border patrol agents cutting the freaking barbed wire and putting out their hand to help somebody cross state lines. Absolutely not. I agree with you. Like, and again, and I get that people want to see what they want to see. You know, even my mom, she was just like, well, we have to stop this, like he's trying to do something that's going to unify, like, a vote. And I'm like, Mom, no. No. But that's like in how different age groups are going to look at this. Then there's they're just fed up and they're just desperate, right? They're just desperate for a speaker. And thank God he's a Republican.
Thank God. And he's pro-Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Gaetz, you acted like a crybaby. You wanted McCarthy gone, and look what we got. All them people that were celebrating. I'm glad McCarthy's gone. McCarthy. Y'all want to get rid of Joe Biden too. Oh, I got something on that. Y'all want to get rid of Joe Biden so fucking bad. I'm going to show you guys something, but I want to show this video. I want you to see who's running your country. And it's not just this guy. You should look into I've been speaking on this for years. And I'm so happy that this conflict has happened because I've been calling Zionism out for a long time. What Kanye West did was called out Zionism. What
Yes.
happened to Kyrie Irving was Zionism. Candace Owens pointed it out. I was so shocked that she really used her platform to call a spade a spade. Look into this stuff, y'all. Look into who your politicians support. Just please stay informed.
We're also going to discuss the ironclad commitment, and this is, I'll say this 5,000 times in my career, the ironclad commitment the United States has to Israel based on our principles, our ideas, our values. They're the same values. And I've often said, Mr. President,
I'm going to pause it real quick because I want to ask you a question. How can this be a biblical move from diabolical, evil people that have no problem with all these other things creeping into our country and even encouraging it? All of a sudden, they grow a moral compass.
I know.
And this is some biblical fight. This right here is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I totally see that.
We're not in Israel, we'd have to invent one.
It is the best $3 billion.
I'll run it back.
If there was if there was not an Israel, we'd have to invent one.
Yeah.
Why?
They already did invent one, but listen, just wait. You'll get to it.
I've often said, Mr. President, if we're not in Israel, we'd have to invent one.
It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region. The United States would have to go out and invent an Israel.
What? Well,
we can go down that rabbit hole. That would take a whole minute. I'm gonna let you go down the rabbit hole. We're gonna leave the people on a cliffhanger. I'm gonna let you go down this rabbit hole, and then let's come back and talk about it Friday.
Okay. In the meantime, people, no, this is on this topic. I just want to give people a place to go really quick. So in the meantime, make sure you go to the votesmart.com or .org website, look up Mike Johnson's voting record and just look, it'll tell you right here, everything he voted on and how he voted. Make sure you go and look at this before you get excited. I'm not saying there's anything to not get excited about here because I myself have not looked into this. But here's how you can see the fact that there was a Save Our Gas Stoves Act. I mean, I can't even. I can't. Oh gosh. Anyways, all of his bills that he has voted on. What's going on?
Oh no.
What?
You're cutting in and out.
I'm cutting in and out?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I'm the only one, but I'm still one. What? Parents
did not vote. Maybe he wasn't present. We don't know. Yeah. But anyways, he was the co-sponsor, by the way, of the Save Our Gas Stoves Act. That tells you what he cares about. I don't know what the COVID-19 Origins Act is. Not sure.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. But anyways.
Send me that link.
Yeah. I will put that link in our video. I'll send it to you. So
just in case, because I get it. People are going to be very enamored with what is on that list. But before you go all out on him, whoever's watching, I think you should really consider what he said in this video here.
And Jack being white, Caucasian, they have different challenges. My son Jack.
I have to redo it. Sorry, guys.
And I've thought often through all these ordeals over the last couple of weeks about the difference in the experiences between my two 14-year-old sons, Michael being a Black American and Jack being white, Caucasian. They have different challenges. My son Jack has an easier path. He just does. The interesting thing about both of these kids, Michael and Jack, is they're both handsome, articulate, really talented kids, gifted by God to do lots of things. But the reality is, and no one can tell me otherwise, my son Michael had a harder time than my son Jack is going to have simply because of the color of his skin. And that's a reality. It's an uncomfortable, painful one to acknowledge, but people have to recognize that's a fact.
Wait, he got black kids?
He's got a black son, and that black son is going to have a harder time just because he's black. That y'all are celebrating. This is what the fuck you're celebrating. Are you serious?
Hold
How do
up.
you support this motherfucker saying this? That blacks, because his son is black, he is just going to have a harder time, but you condemn the left. I'm done.
Listen, I don't know when the black son came into the picture, but on his congressional website, he decided not to put the black one, the black one in the family photo, okay? Because I don't see no black son. So unless he adopted him recently.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, y'all. I stopped the video too early. My bad.
Okay.
I can't take that. I can't stand white liberals. I really can't. That's a fucking liberal. I don't care what anybody says.
I've thought often through all these ordeals over the last couple of weeks about the difference in the experiences between my two 14-year-old sons, Michael being a black American and Jack being white, Caucasian. They have different challenges. My son Jack has an easier path. He just does. The interesting thing about both of these kids, Michael and Jack, is they're both handsome, articulate, really talented kids, gifted by God to do lots of things. But the reality is, and no one can tell me otherwise, my son Michael had a harder time than my son Jack is going to have simply because of the color of his skin. And that's a reality. It's an uncomfortable, painful one to acknowledge, but people have to recognize that's a fact.
What can we do about that?
I think that we really do need systematic change. I think we need transformative solutions. I think we're at a moment where we can begin to do more to form that more perfect union, as it says in the first line of the Constitution.
I'm over here. Let me tell you in a second. I'm over here furiously Googling. Okay. I'm over here furiously Googling Congressman Mike Johnson's kids. Okay. Y'all, something's up. Okay. I don't know if he made up that he's got a black kid, but there ain't no black kids in his family photos. And I even Googled Mike Johnson's black son, and I don't even see that either. And he said his son Jack is the white one, right?
Yeah.
Right here it says he has Hannah 23, Abigail 21, Jack 18, and Will 12. Didn't he say the other one was called Michael?
He did. Hold on. Let me listen to the names again.
What's going on?
Yes, Michael's a black American. And Jack. Michael and Jack. Does he have any kids named Jack?
Yeah, he's got an 18-year-old
Okay, 18.
named Jack, Hannah, Abigail, Jack, and Will. That was
Why you
9
ain't
hours
showing
ago.
Michael? Huh, Mike
You're-
Johnson?
He ain't even listed in your bio, bro. Why you
But you
deny
got a
it? See,
black son.
that's why he's gonna have a hard time because you don't even acknowledge his existence.
Hell, Sway.
Soonie,
And you can't say that
Soonie.
ain't him because that's his face right there.
That's him. I'm
But
on
what
the
do I
search.
know?
Listen,
That's my new tagline for everything. What do I know?
listen, somewhere in the middle, fam, you are on a mission. 2 things. Find a picture of his black son. And second, find a picture of Michelle Obama pregnant. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Look, she heard Michael and couldn't resist.
Could not resist. I could
Couldn't
not resist.
resist.
Speaking of Michelle Obama, that is such an excellent segue. Oops, I'm
Oh,
breaking
Lord.
up again.
Jesus
I'm breaking up.
Lord.
That was an excellent segue to the next topic that we have. Okay, this just keeps getting bigger and bigger by the day. So the Daily Mail had released an exclusive audio of the 911 call that was made from Martha's Vineyard in regards to Tafari Campbell. Okay, the drowning of Tafari Campbell. I'm gonna play the call so you guys can hear it. But basically, it was a Secret Service agent that you're going to hear on the call at Martha's Vineyard. He's the one that called 911 for help in regards to rescuing Tafari, who had fallen off of a paddleboard in, I think it was 8 feet of water. It's a very dramatic call. I'm just going to play it and then we can talk about it and see what you guys think. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
dude.
whoa, whoa, whoa. You know,
Whoa,
you got that
whoa,
from
whoa.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. That came from
Okay.
damn, Family Guy, Peter.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
All right.
she don't care about Family Guy, yo.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
July 23, 2023, 1946,
I don't know why it says that.
25.
911, the sign's recorded. Where's your emergency?
We have a male drowning in the back of the property right now. We have our rescue swimmers. They're attempting to go out there right now.
What's your phone number that you called in on? What's the best access?
Rescue swimmer and an agent driving down there right now to get on the boat. Someone came running up to our back post saying that a gentleman, it's just a guest of the house, is.
Okay, wait. So I just want to pause it right there because we're talking about Barack Obama's residence here. Okay, so someone came running up to our back post, which is basically their post in the back part of the property. You can't just run up to the Obama's residence. Okay, so this has to be somebody that they knew or somebody that was already on the property. I just want to say that because he's like, somebody came running up, like it was just like somebody was walking their dog in the fucking park and like looked up and there was a guy drowning. Clearly somebody who was there or in the area or somebody that they trusted was nearby.
Out there drowning. So right now, rescue swimmers going out there.
And you said you guys have boat access, so what do you guys need? Do you need an ambulance or do you need water rescue as well?
They didn't advise right now. I would say at least an ambulance, and I don't know if what they're doing in the back of the property right now. I know we have our rescue swimmer who's getting the boat right now.
Okay, a rescue swimmer who's getting the boat right now. Okay, number one, who has rescue swimmers just like on the call, like just waiting on backup? You got like a rescue swimmer. The rescue swimmer went to go get the boat. The boat that had to go in 8 feet of water to rescue a man that was 6'3". Okay, I'm just laying out the steps here so you guys can put this all together.
So I would say at least an ambulance.
If you're talking, I can't hear you. What'd you say, Soonie?
So there's no way that man is 6'3" standing next to Michelle. Obama's not even over 6 feet.
That's what it was reported. We know Michelle. He said standing next to Michelle. Okay. Good point. Good point. Okay. Can we talk about the voice of the Secret Service guy? Is it just me or does he sound like a friend? Like, you know, like your stoner friend that's like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, he sounds a little bit off.
Fuck, dude. Like, now we got to call the
See,
cops.
Michelle is 5'11" and Obama's 6'1". This guy's not 6'3" in the slightest.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's
Not
go
in the
back to the picture in the
slightest.
call.
Hold on,
I don't know what the
right.
time is.
All right, I'll send the ambulance over and I'll
No
contact the fire chief.
goddamn way.
And see if he wants to.
Well, let's keep in mind, okay, Big Mike is probably wearing some heels. You know what I mean?
And Obama?
So we can't say. But Obama, no, but I would say he's probably 6 foot, maybe 6'1". Not Obama, but Tafari, maybe 6 foot, 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound more reasonable? Either way, dude.
Obama's
6 feet.
6'1".
Okay, Obama's 6'1".
I get what you're
so he's
saying.
gotta
I'm
be-
just questioning.
Yeah.
I'm being a
Yeah, yeah,
conspiracy theorist with you.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. It's a good point.
Drop
Good
a
point.
vote in there.
And
Did he
I
say
don't
he
know if
dropped
you-
his phone in there?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back.
And I don't know if you have like a better number for me to call you back if we get them out of the water, and I can give you another situation report. They're not passing anything over the radio right now.
Yeah, I can give you that if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll have our gate open, and we'll send the ambulance down to the front of the house. And I'll call you back once I hear about once they give a status report down by the water.
Mm-hmm. And do you know if it's a male or female? Just
it's a male, 40.
40. All right. Male. All right. I will. I'll start sending everyone out there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. Take care.
July 23,
There's more.
2023, 19:53, 13.
Sheriff's Office communication.
So our rescue swimmers aren't able to locate the gentleman that was reported drowning. So they're out in the water right now. But as of now, they don't know where he is.
Okay, so they're unable to locate the party right now.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any description of what he was wearing?
Do we know what he was wearing, Nick? Give me a second. Stand by, I'll let you know in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's wearing all black. He's on a paddleboard. He's a 40-ish year old black gentleman, regular build. And we have our rescue swimmers on a boat in the area right now.
Okay. And they haven't located the paddleboard either.
1 second. Payne from Command Post. Have you located the paddleboard? Copy. Thank you. All right. So they have the paddleboard and his hat.
Okay, but not him.
Yeah.
And do we know if he was wearing a life vest?
I don't think.
Sorry to ask.
Hey, for Command Post. Can you advise if he was wearing a life vest? Copy. Thank you. That's a negative. He's not wearing a life vest.
No life vest.
No.
Okay. All right. I have Bravo 2 B2 fire attack. All right, so we have everybody on the way over there now to meet with you guys and gather their resources. I'm going to give the responding fire chief the update just so they know exactly what they're working with.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
So what do you think about that? Oh,
I don't know. I don't think you said he was a good swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
He's on a paddleboard. He's in 8 feet of water. He could have grabbed the paddleboard to float. He was out there with someone else, right? Reportedly.
Yep.
I think it's a pretty, like, you should definitely suspect something else going on, because the
Right.
story doesn't make much sense unless you don't know how to swim, or you had a heart attack, or something happened to you, or some sort of human intervention to
hmm
drown you.
Right.
I don't really see how he's dead.
Right. And the autopsy revealed it was just an accidental drowning. They didn't say that there was anything in his system. Now, the article went on to say that they have now stated the former president, Barack Obama, arrived 5 minutes after the initial scramble on site to get help for this gentleman who had fallen on the water. So I don't know why Obama was there, because initially the Obamas released a statement stating they were not at the residence. Okay. So why are they switching their story now? They said, well, we were not at the residence. We're saddened to hear what happened. Okay. So that's one thing that's very weird to me. But they said there was no mention of him on the calls, as we didn't hear, nor was there any word of another paddleboarder who was with Campbell. They confirmed that he was with somebody at the time. They stated it was a 26-year-old female Obama staff member. Okay. The next morning, they didn't find his body until the next morning, and they found it in shallow water by a rescue boat with sonar. Investigators declared it was an accidental drowning early on, but have continued to cover up even basic information after declaring the case was closed. So my question also is, why have they not released who this other person is? If they're just a staffer, why have they not released it?
I don't know. To me, this is far more interesting
Mhm.
than the Malia and Sasha angle that you were
Oh,
going
I'm
down.
still
Oh.
with that angle though. No, because I don't. And by the way, this is Tafari and his wife. I don't buy that he was just with a staffer. Okay. I think and the reason why I think this is because, oh Lord, his wife. Yeah, he was definitely. I'm sorry, y'all. This is bad of me to say, but I don't know about this one. Soonie.
I don't got nothing to say. I don't got nothing to say.
Soonie. Anyways, the reason why I say the sisters, okay, is because they were photographed leaving Martha's Vineyard, the island, on an airplane the very next day. Okay. And one of the sisters, I can't remember if it's Malia or Sasha, but she's just been smoking up a storm. Okay. So sis is stressed out about something. They have photographed her all over the
But
place
what
smoking
if
up a
she's just
storm.
doing illicit drugs? Like all
Oh,
those
she
drugs
is.
make you smoke.
For sure.
Okay.
She for sure is doing illicit drugs.
Look, the manner in which he died is interesting. That's the
Mhm.
only thing I find interesting.
Right. Well,
That's
at least I got that from you.
Is that what you've been looking for? Interest in this? Coming
Yeah,
from
I
me?
mean, I just think that it's getting murky, right? Like, not to use like a lake comparison. It's getting murky to me because they're switching around the story. First, Obama wasn't there. Now he was there 5 minutes after. Whoever this mystery person is that ran up to the post, they were obviously able to easily approach the property with no problem. So that tells me that there's somebody that they're used to. Now, if it was this Obama staffer, yeah, whatever.
Mhm.
But then just release her name. Like, let's or just put her up. Don't even release her name, but like, can we hear from her? Can we get her account of what happened? Why are we hearing everything else except for the person that was right there? I want to know why you didn't try to save him, why you didn't try to hoist him up, because in the water, you don't weigh nothing. Okay. I used to be a lifeguard. You can easily pull people in the water.
Mm.
Obviously, lifting him out of the water is a whole different thing. But in the water, she should have been at least been able to pull his arm up onto that paddleboard. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Only in the death. That's it. I'm interested.
Yes, Birdman. One of the sisters was sleeping with the cook. That's what I say. Why not?
Allegedly. You're trying to get us smacked.
Allegedly, she was sleeping with the cook. Because why wouldn't you sleep with the man who's making you good food, right?
Oh my God. I want to bring something up before we shut it down.
No, we got to talk about Will and Jada.
I didn't read the book.
Can I still? Okay, fine. Do we have to push it back? Are you starting it?
It won't be fair if you just bring your biased perspective to it.
All right.
You look at why you listen. Great things take time.
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to it this weekend, and I'm going to listen to Will's book this weekend. But I want to join the conversation. I haven't read nothing, so it'll just be me sitting here listening to you talk.
Okay, but after you say what you have to say, we have to talk about the Cheesecake Factory girl really quick, and then this list.
Okay. The Biden administration has announced the release of $3.7 billion in funding to help lower home energy costs for households across the U.S. I just want you to see what your government is trying to fund. $3.7 billion in lower energy costs, bro, to help lower. How about you turn some fucking lights off? How about you do that? How about you don't run your AC all day? I don't know. Maybe turn the TV off. Get off the phone, the internet. Damn. You got to get. They don't even want to fix the issues in this country.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Listen, it's the same shit, not just in our country, in other countries. They don't want to fix shit. They just want to keep the money rolling. Okay.
Biden is requesting. Okay. President Biden's domestic funding request will extend the Affordable Connectivity Program through December 2024, so American households can continue to benefit from free and discounted high-speed internet.
This is what's important to your government. They don't give a shit about you.
Let's clap it up for Mike Johnson sending. The first thing you want to do is send billions to Israel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it, Mike. Go after it. Show us what you're made of. Okay. So let's talk about the Cheesecake Factory chick.
By the way, they don't want to help out Hawaii too. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
Oh yeah, you know what? We just all of a sudden forgot about Maui. Isn't that amazing? They
don't want to help those people.
Right. Proving once
But
again.
babies and women and children, y'all care about them, but just not the ones in the United States. I got you. Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. All right. So if y'all don't remember this woman, she went viral for refusing to get out of the car when this gentleman took her to Cheesecake Factory. She was like, I'm sorry, but I am too good of a woman to be going to Cheesecake Factory. Okay. We're not going to show that video, but Soonie and I talked about it on the last show. So her and this gentleman got asked to go on a podcast. And this is funny, Soonie. Like, look at these two together. Got asked to go on a podcast, and now you kind of get to hear her side of the story. He doesn't talk, but we get to hear more of her side of the story. So let's take a look. He looks like look at him next to her. Okay, he like him big. Okay, here we go.
I was always raised that the man is supposed to cater to you. I mean, you're courting me, so court me.
Mm-hmm.
That means wherever I want to go, you take me.
Absolutely.
Whatever I want, you buy me. That's courting.
Girl, you big as hell. How about you? Listen, you have to work for that. He don't even know you. And on top of that, you're not even. It's different when pretty women act like this. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be biased. It's different.
Yeah,
It is.
it hits different.
It hits different when we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you are bigger than him. You are 2 times bigger than him. Go. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm not fat shaming. I'm not doing that. But look at you.
And
You're Pussy Courtney. And you in that vid, can we pull up the original video? You look
Yeah.
like a whole whore.
Yeah, I'll pull it.
You
It'll come up
deserve
after.
Cheesecake Factory. That's what Drake said.
It'll come
Shit,
up after this.
He took all his hosts to Cheesecake Factory.
Dang, dude.
I'm sorry, bro. Damn.
I'll play the video so you guys can see a little bit of it in a second.
I'm looking for a provider.
In the video, now of course I'm sure you think of it differently now, but in the video you basically told him that, you know, you're not going in there, you know your value. It would be embarrassing for you to go inside a Cheesecake Factory. A lot of people like Cheesecake Factory. Now, so when I see that video, I'm thinking, okay, she must have some friends who probably would disagree with her going inside a Cheesecake Factory. Your peer group. So peer pressure probably keeps you from.
Never live that. Oh my God.
You are wearing hoop earrings. What? Half the size of your head, but you don't want to walk into the Cheesecake Factory. You wouldn't get into a classy restaurant looking like that, especially if they got a dress code. Your fupa is on full blast. I can see it from the side, and you got the nerve to turn this man's advancing. I mean, you got the nerve to turn this man's date down. He considered you.
Look at this poor guy. He's just so defeated. Listen, I have another dumbass for you after this one. Okay, you're gonna laugh at the next one. Hold up.
This is just so much.
Hate the Cheesecake Factory. They wouldn't let you live that down.
No, I have an image to protect.
Is that a man?
Maybe. She said I have a
I mean, that was, you know, that was my circle though. That's how
you expect men to go all out on a date, huh? You said absolutely. If he likes her, he should present that, right?
Yes.
He should lead and be masculine. He should be willing to pay for the meal, show up on time, open doors for her, the whole nine. But when he asked you, what does a woman expect you to do? You said, look good, be there. And that's where the, right?
Disconnect was,
Absolutely. Wow.
Okay, first of all, men. Hold on. First of all, men, the way that dude, I'm sure that guy's he's a nice guy, and that's probably why he's getting walked all over. He's a little too nice, okay? But the way he's sitting on that couch does not exude confidence, okay? This is why this woman felt like she could disrespect you, because the way you carry yourself is not that of a strong, assertive man who is going to take charge of the situation. That's why she's walking all over you. First of all, she got about 5 feet on your ass. Okay. She's a big girl. Okay. Her left thigh is the width of your entire body. She running all over you. Okay. Don't let this happen. But for those of you guys who didn't see the original video, here it is.
Okay. She said women supposed to sit there and look good. Girl, you got them same hoop earrings on.
Right.
Them same busted down ass wannabe aviator shades.
Right.
Your titties all out because the shirt is 2 sizes smaller than you are. Because you got the front and back titty and the side titty poking out.
Right. And I just want to say, you guys saw the whole side view. Okay. They did her all the way real on that last video. And now you see the view she's providing of herself on her video. Do you see the sorcery that women do? Okay. So some of y'all be like, yo, call me on FaceTime. Okay. She gonna call you on FaceTime like this woman is right here. And you're like, dang, she looks good. And then you see her on a podcast from the side.
Woo! Baby.
This is the sorcery.
You ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it enough.
At the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you? Okay. You're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone?
Aren't all restaurants chained?
What?
PF Chang's was the spot to go to for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Overpriced as crap. It's not even good Chinese food. But
Right.
all the celebrities went there. It's a chain restaurant. What is you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah. And I think
Red
Cheesecake
Lobster
Factory is
once
good.
upon a time was 4-star chain restaurant. What is you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Olive Garden used to be the go-to. What are you talking about?
Yo, take me to all those restaurants.
It's food. I'm hungry. I don't care.
Listen, Red Lobster, come on, man. You take me to Red Lobster, I'm falling in love that night. Okay.
I'm falling in love.
I'm about to have all your babies, okay, after Red Lobster.
To a chain restaurant.
You want to talk about it?
Anyways, that's the gist of the video, is her having an attitude about where that was at. Okay, so let me show you another idiot, Soonie. I don't know if you've seen this one. Okay, but this
in shape. Yeah, he does have to be in shape. And by that, I don't mean that he has to, have like the rock hard abs and, be looking like the Rock. No, but for me, I feel like it does come down to health as well. Like, it's not just about the way the person looks, but if they're healthy with it. Like, someone can be big and they can also be healthy. So it just depends on, obviously, how they are and how they decide to live.
Do you feel like you're healthy?
Yeah. Might not look it, but I am.
would you be okay with a guy that was bigger than you?
No.
As long as he was healthy.
No, because I'm actually in the process of losing weight.
Okay.
So no.
Are you in shape?
What did you think about that?
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I know this is where you excel.
Why are you doing this to me?
This is where you excel. Soonie.
I think we need to stop that myth. You're at a higher risk of a lot of different diseases. When you are overweight, is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she's losing weight. I'm glad that is her. Sorry, I'm glad that is her plan. That's awesome. I'm glad you're gonna get in the gym to change that, because obviously there's something she sees something she doesn't necessarily like. So I'm glad that she's changing that.
Yeah.
I think her voice is just really. She don't know no better. She don't know no better. I can't go in on her. She sounds like a little kid. I think she's a bit delusional.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not a bit, a lot.
A little bit.
I think she's a lot of it. But I also think that she understands that is not healthy to be that big, which is why you want to lose weight, or else you would be completely fine with how you are.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not one to say that a man with washboard abs, like what we would consider a very attractive looking man, or what some people would consider a very attractive looking man, a woman like her couldn't possibly get that, right? Because men are attracted to a lot of different things. And especially if you have an amazing personality, you have a lot to offer, you seem like you're going to be an amazing partner, an amazing wife, right? A guy that some might look at and say, oh, this guy is like way out of your league, I would think. I think it's possible to happen, right? But I think this girl is completely delusional. Like, she thinks that she is healthy. I highly doubt it. Because I used to be bigger than her. And there's no way you can look like that and be healthy. Okay. It's known that if you have a lot of belly fat, you're going to have health issues. So I think the delusional part is kind of what makes this whole thing quite entertaining. But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to say, sis, get what you want to get. Like, I think everybody deserves a great man or a great woman, but be realistic now.
Absolutely. We should be realistic.
Be realistic.
And our aspirations. I say this all the time. People might call me shallow, but I do think there's levels. And there's just certain things you can't get away with when you don't fit not even a societal standard,
Yeah.
Because men will put up with a crazy woman, but
They
for so
will.
long.
Yeah.
If she's attractive. If she is attractive, then a man will put up with her because men are
Yeah.
visual.
Yeah.
But I also don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's the reality of human nature. People like being around things and interacting with things that are aesthetically pleasing. There's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So I would say that she should just stop being a delusional, and I wish her so much luck in her journey of losing weight. I hope she comes back in 3 years and proves all of us wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so here's another topic. So this is the group of ladies that made a list of places men shouldn't take them. So this was a great, pairing with the last video that we saw. Obviously, Cheesecake Factory is number 1 on their list, but they had 28 things on this list. And I'm like, ladies, if you're going to put all these restrictions on where a guy can take you on the first date, what options do they have? Okay, so we have Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, which I kind of agree. I don't think the movies is a good first date because you can't talk at the movies. And I think it's important on a first date to be able to talk. Your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster.
Go watch a game together.
What?
I said, why not? You can go watch the game together at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Exactly, right? Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. Hey, men just got a whole list of red flags. Run. High knees,
Yes.
big fella. Get up out of there.
Starbucks, coffee dates. Okay, I heard Corinne Tatum have this debate with Brandon one time that's saying coffee is not a date. I think coffee is actually a great date, and here's
It's a
why.
great date.
It's a great date because it's short, right? So if you, in a short amount of time, can get to know if you really want to go on an actual longer date with that person, it doesn't commit you to like a whole night, right? Like you don't have to get dressed up for coffee. It's maybe like 45 minutes unless it's going really well and you guys have a lot in common and can talk. But it gives you an out because you're like, okay, we can do 30 minutes and then I'm out of here. And then you're done, right? Like I think coffee's a great date. I love coffee as a date. Let's see, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar just for drinks, Waffle House, or sporting events. I don't even like sports, and I think sports is a great first date.
So anything that he could potentially enjoy with you on the first date and relate with you, you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So, I think this is dumb. I think women should be like open to whatever as far as a first date goes. The house, I agree. Meeting your family, I agree.
Yeah.
Erica, what's left?
Exactly. That was going to be my next question. I want to see the list of what is approved to go to.
Probably everything expensive.
Probably.
Everything expensive.
Yeah. Exactly.
So this is men. This is a list for men.
This is the list for men. So men made a list and they said the kind of women you should never take out on a date. Okay. Now this is probably going to trigger a few women. What's funny about it?
Let's do it.
What's funny about the other list, right, is men will look at that list and like, ha ha ha, man, she's tripping. Okay. Women will hear what's on this list and I'm going to read it off to you and they're going to be like, but. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, single mothers. Number 2, women with tattoos. Number 3, women who dress like this in public. And they were referring to the other picture of what the girl was wearing. Number 4, sex workers that do OnlyFans, mattress actresses, strippers, call girls, escorts, Instagram models, bottle service girls, etc. Women with an IG page. Women with non-ear piercings. So piercings but aren't real, right? Women with purple hair or any other unnatural color. Women with hoe friends. Models who market to men. Women who travel regularly. Women who drink liquor regularly. Women with weak absentee fathers. Women,
Nice one, fellas.
Women who live alone, women with a party voice, which is like that raspy voice, that's the party voice. Women on dating apps, women who have been on Fresh and Fit, women with lists, women who have been engaged, divorcees, American Black women, and women raised in the West. Man, if this list doesn't trigger you, there's something out here for everybody.
Watch people hyper focus on American Black women and ignore women raised in the West, which encompasses every woman. They put that in there to trigger them.
Dude, but you know what? This list is funny, but it says a whole lot.
It does.
It says men are fed up.
I'm glad they came up with this list. The best
Yeah.
one they have up there, that to me, that's not just girl stop. That's not just like trolling.
Yeah.
Is women with weak
Absentee
fathers. One thing that I think young ladies and young men should do before hitting any altar, before engaging in anything serious, go see what their family life is like.
Yes.
Because you could tell a whole lot about a person. So I'm going to retract my original statement of, I don't think you should go around families the first date. Yes, you should.
Yes,
And you should observe how they talk to each other, how they interact, and you make your decision from that point on, because how their family acts is most likely how they're going to act. That's who they've been around their entire life.
Yep. Absolutely. And their family's going to call you out on it, right? Because you know how family can be, man. They're going to be like, man, what are you talking about? You don't act like this. Look at you acting all special and whatever. That's what I mean. In some families, I can't say all families that happens. Like there might be some people that play along with the shenanigans, but I can tell you right now, my family, they called me out. Hands down. Hands down. A question for the ladies in the chat. Okay. Number 5, women with an IG page. Okay. If you met a guy and he said to you, hey, I really don't like that you have social media pages. You know, what's up, Liddell? If we were to enter into a relationship and it got serious, would you stop being on social media? Hold on, guys.
Her dog's snapping.
Yeah, do you hear me?
I can read your lips. She about to get up.
No, dude, I
She'll
just
go
heard
downstairs and slap them dogs. Shut the fuck up.
no, because they're torturing the cat, and the cat like eggs them on.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, but if a guy asked you, like, okay, we're in a serious relationship now, we're committed. And I'm not talking about on the first date, but we're committed. I don't like my woman having an IG page. Would you get rid of it?
Would I?
Yeah. Would you? Okay, let's take it a little step further. If it was going to be your husband, you're getting married, and your man says, I don't like you being on social media. Would you delete your social media pages?
I mean, yeah. If I'm not on there for work, why not?
Right.
Social
I
media is
agree.
just another way to like stay connected.
Yeah.
You can still have like you don't have to have any social media anymore. Everyone has Messenger.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think, and again, if that's not your main source of income, which if it is, he should know from the beginning. And if he doesn't like it, like he shouldn't even enter into a partnership with you. But if you're not making money at it, absolutely gone. I will give up social media. Yeah.
For a woman to say no, I think that would trigger an extra thought in the guy's head. Like, well, what are you posting on there? Why don't you want to get rid of it? What do you need this for?
Yes.
Entertainment? Okay, go. I don't know. You can turn on a TV or read a book before you turn on social media. Social media is toxic.
It is.
So if she didn't give it up, I would think that would signal just a lot of toxicity.
Yeah. Yeah, I
For
agree. I agree. All right. Well, that was the list.
These lists are hilarious.
Right? It was hilarious. I thought it was funny. I'm ready.
Look at this kid. She's so spoiled.
Emery, you're so cute. Your little cheekies from the side. Erica
Like,
says Jay had said that to me when we first started dating 100%. I respect him so much from the jump. Exactly. Well, that's the key word. If you respect your partner, you're absolutely going to have no problem. You trust, right? You're going to trust and be like, I don't need this. I need my relationship. I don't need Instagram.
I would ask to see it, and then if it's respectful, I wouldn't ask her. I wouldn't even ask her to delete it. Yeah.
True, but some guys might ask that question just to see what you would say. You know, like the, hey, can I see your phone?
See, I think that is, to me, I think that's super childish
Mhm.
because then you get to infuse your own opinions on why they're doing it rather than just being an adult and saying, you know, I have this thought about social media and I'm not really comfortable if you have it. So you can either
Yeah.
delete it or not delete it, but being like, let me see your phone and then judging their reaction and putting your own opinion on why they're doing it. That's just, that's childish. I don't like games. Just like
Yeah.
say what you're saying. Don't play
Yeah.
stupid games. Say what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you want to look at the phone because you want to see what I be doing on it, then say that. Don't test me.
See, I'm like, I'm the person that just leaves my phone laying around. Like,
oh, I do that, but like,
yeah,
y'all gotta stop
unlocked.
playing games. Like
Yeah.
people who date play way too many games. Just be
Yes.
intentional.
Yeah.
No one's honest about what they feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep it a
I
bit up
agree.
front.
I agree, but man, ladies, I'm here to tell you though, like if your man, if you like, you know how sometimes like your man's like, oh my god, this is so funny. He's looking at your phone. You're like, let me see, and you grab his phone, and he like scoots next to you, and he's got like his hand just like floating underneath the phone, ready to like snatch
You
it.
should know what it is.
You already know what time it is. And fellas, the same with your girl. Like if they're like, oh, let me see this. That picture's so cute. You're like this, and they're like, yeah, and they've got like their hand like ready to grab it.
You got something on it they don't want you to see.
Your sign. Here's your sign.
If your man wants you to get rid of social media, get rid of it. There are other ways to engage with people. Yeah, for sure. But that can also be a red flag for men. That can signal somebody being controlling. So this is why I say these games, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Because what if his intentions aren't to see?
Yeah.
I just want to see if she's going to be honest with me, but
Yeah.
more so, I'm going to see how far she lets me take my control. There's a 1,000 different avenues.
Yeah.
You can take this. So,
girl, there's craziness going on in my house.
There's craziness going over here too.
All right.
Especially now, people shout from the mountaintops how real they are, but do not envy anyone. But I do not envy anyone dating right now. I've never seen people play so many games and be so fake. It's wild. It is wild. Listen, bro. If you don't trust the person that you are potentially about to form a relationship with, if you don't trust the person that you have somewhat of an interest in, I'm not saying you got to have trust right out the gate, but what's the point of talking to them if you already have preconceived notions? Like, why even talk about it? Why even talk to them? Why even engage in something? And maybe I'm just so far removed from this realm because I've pretty much been married since I was a teenager, before it was even a legal marriage. So I'm right there. I'm right there with you. I don't envy anybody dating right now. I say this all the time. I am so happy to be a housewife because I could not imagine. And I just had this realization last night with my husband being back home. We were away from each other for 3 weeks. I am lucky. Like, I am the luckiest woman on the planet to have such a respectful man. He's not abusive. I don't got to worry about him cheating on me. He's a great father to our kids. He provides. I'm lucky. I have what all these women are complaining about. I really do. So I feel bad for y'all who are dating. And I wouldn't switch with you to save my life. I promise you I wouldn't. I would go to heaven in a heartbeat before I ever become single out here. You see, Tyrese's wife came out and said she regrets her divorce with all these people in her ear.
Her
No,
friends.
don't believe that hoe. Don't believe it. I'm sorry. But you don't go through all that and then you get what you want out of the deal and then come back and say, oh, I regret it all. Then give it all back.
Yeah.
If you regret it all, take this back to court and rescind every judgment that the judge made and give him back his money. And don't ask for child support.
Yeah.
And be lucky. You should beg him to take you back, and you should count your blessings if he does take you back to form a family again. I don't feel bad for that lady.
Yeah.
In the slightest.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and I guess I didn't watch the full video, but apparently Tyrese responded back to her and he's like, I ain't taking you back. Forget about it. Dude, you know what? Speaking of dating, so P told me, so he's got this like group chat with the guys and they're always like posing questions in there. And he said in the group chat, there was like a question posed that is dating in 2000 or dating now versus dating in like whatever, year a long time ago when we were younger. And they said for the guys that were single, they said dating now is much easier. And he was like, really? That's crazy, right? Why? And they said because women don't expect as much.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and he told me that story because he was like, dude, that's a good show to have. And I'm like, I wish I could get your entire group chat on our show so I could understand this a little bit more. But basically, yeah, they said women's expectations just aren't what they used to be, right? Like back when we were, yeah, the standards
So,
have
like,
been lowered. It's easier.
yeah,
They said
I
these
would
days
want to
it's
get
easier.
into like what specific expectations do they see being thrown off the table? Is it marriage? Is it I'm
Well,
not having sex with you before marriage? Like what exactly have they lowered their standards on? Because I would say that women have increased their standards to a very delusional level.
yeah, maybe so. I'm going to ask for more detail on that.
Yeah, that would
But
be cool.
But they did say dating, okay? Like, I don't know how many of these guys are in the market to actually settle down because that might be a whole different conversation, right?
Oh, okay.
Like, if you're looking for
Okay.
something, maybe that's a different story, but dating, they're like, whatever dating is these days, if dating is just like hooking up and sleeping with people, then I guess I understand. Back in my day, dating was like actually, getting to know somebody for the purpose of entering into a relationship or
We courted.
a
We
marriage.
courted.
Yes. Yes.
That was courting for sure. We
Yeah.
went on actual dates. We talked to each other. It, there was social media around, just at least for me.
Yeah.
There was social media, but it was like MySpace. It was completely different. Like that was a completely different version
Yeah.
of social media back then. And even then, we all got together as friends to do something. It
Mhm.
wasn't like now when you see people, like when you see friends, I look at my little cousins and they'll have a group of friends with them and then they'll be on video chat with the other group of friends who are in another location. And in that group chat, they have a whole group chat of them hanging out via the phone.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
go hang out.
It's the weirdest thing, right? It's the weirdest thing. Or they do like on these video games. Like that's the other thing that they do is they have these little
Well,
group
see,
interactions.
I grew up with that.
Yeah.
That's fun. That to me is fun.
But when you're doing it, like I get that it's fun in that environment, but I'm saying like when you're doing it in lieu of actually getting together with people, then it's not. There's
Okay.
something unhealthy about that.
I see what you're saying. So just solely keeping it on the internet
Yeah.
and social media.
Because
Okay.
my friend Heather, she's my age and she's into computer games and stuff. And she has told me like she's met some amazing people playing games, like even to the point like where now their families travel together. Like one of the guys is like from Canada and they've like kind of grouped up and done family trips together. So
Mhm.
yeah, I get that type of stuff happens for sure. But I'm saying like
Yeah.
if you're having these little FaceTime video game group situations, but you're not actually having face-to-face interaction, I don't know.
I agree with you.
I don't know.
You talked about morals and values. Now they probably check on how many followers. That's true.
Yeah.
You just sent a you ever have flashbacks in your head?
Yes.
I just had a flashback to senior year. Me and Kyle were in my front yard laying out in the, this was Sabbath. I just came from church with him and we were considering marriage. And I was dead set on the fact that I wanted a ring. And he was like, I don't believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't believe in that. And we were literally arguing about the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't talking about social medias. We weren't talking about followers. We were going back and forth on our morals and values. That's
Beliefs.
crazy. I'm only 33.
Yeah.
I like how rapidly and how fast society has changed is scary, bro.
Yeah. You know what's
This was
crazy?
2008, 2009.
Dave and I had a similar conversation because when we first started dating, we weren't even like really dating. It was like so early on, like we had gone on a date or two. And I learned that he had an appointment for a vasectomy. He was going to get a vasectomy. And I was like, oh, well, if you're going to get a vasectomy, then I'm not going to keep dating you because like, what if I actually like you? I want to have a family one day. I'm not saying you're going to be that guy, but I can't date a guy who doesn't want to have children. That would be stupid. I want to have children, right? So I ended it. And 2 weeks later, Dave came back. I ended it. I didn't talk to him. He was my neighbor. I didn't talk to him. I didn't see him. I didn't nothing. No hookups, no nothing. Okay. And 2 weeks later, he comes knocking on my door talking about, I canceled the appointment because I'm not sure if I want to have kids or I want to be a dad. He's like, but you are sure. And I don't want to like mess up if we have something here. So I decided to hold off. And yeah, like that, those were the discussions we were having 2-3 dates in. Okay. Cause I was trying to get, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like about my business. I'm not dating for fun. I'm not dating for hookup culture. I'm not dating to see if you could support me or whatever. I'm looking for the future father of my children. And crazy that he didn't think he was going to be a good dad because he's a great dad. He's a great dad. And he thought he wasn't going to be a good dad because he didn't have a good example of a father.
That's why I didn't want kids. I was like, I'm never having kids.
Yeah.
But it's crazy just talking about this and recalling a lot of the conversations. Most of our conversations were centered around our differences in faith.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really. That's crazy. We didn't talk about social media. Like, okay, yeah, we talked about a video we saw, but most of our interactions were. It was very goal oriented. I believe this. Okay, I don't believe that. That's wild. I'm glad I was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
When things were normal and children were actually, raised by their parents, given and had morals instilled in them. I was in church. My mom might not have been the best Christian, but I was in church every week.
Yeah.
Multiple days. I went to midweek service. I had to go to Sunday school. I had to be a part of all these groups growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she did that because I was smart as a young lady.
Yeah.
I've made stupid mistakes, but I have always thought, like, I don't want to go out and be a hoe because that was just frowned upon. You don't do that.
I didn't think
those
that
girls
either.
were called fast and loose.
Yeah.
When I was coming up, like, you don't want to be that.
Yeah.
I didn't party. I didn't go out and do any of that. Like, I just didn't.
Yeah.
My late 20s is really when I started drinking. My late 20s is when I started smoking weed. Before then, no. My husband was very strict about that. He didn't like drinking. He didn't like smoking. He didn't like none of that, and he wasn't having it. Those are the conversations we had. Bring real men back.
See, I was kind of done because by the time I was 21, I was already a mother, so I was done by then. Like I wasn't like partying or drinking, and I never smoked. So like I got it all out of my system.
You did it in your teen years.
Yeah.
See,
I did it in my teen years.
My mama would have beat my ass. Nope.
But you know what else is crazy? When we were dating, or at least when I was dating back then, who you were voting for or politics was also not part of the discussion. I didn't ever ask Dave. All I knew was all I knew was
with your generation.
He was in the military. He loved guns. Okay. I knew those two things. So I thought, okay, well, he can't be. I mean, I didn't even think about the word liberal. I didn't think about the word liberal,
Yeah.
conservative, Republican. I was just like, oh, like he's into things like, I can relate to the military because my dad was in the military.
Yeah.
Guns are not like a scary thing to me. I never thought, oh, he must be a conservative. He likes guns and he was in the military. Like, this is going to be a match made in heaven. I think now we think about that way too much.
That's wow. Well, politics was a major conversation for people in my age group.
Mhm.
Especially when Obama came in. After 9/11, just for me, politics was huge.
Yeah.
Trayvon Martin, politics was huge. So politics is it's kind of always been there. But
Mhm.
when I met Kyle, he opened up another side. Like, we used to war. I was a staunch Democrat.
Yeah.
We used to go to war.
Yeah. And he
over
wasn't.
politics. He was always been conservative. He voted for Obama, but we all did because he was black. It just
Yeah.
was what it was.
Yeah.
His family is very conservative. They're staunch not Democrats. They're staunch Republicans. Super conservative family.
Mhm.
So I see. I this is why I think my generation is, as much as you say we have too much information.
Mhm.
I think we have too much information as far as people who don't know what to do with it. But when you can compartmentalize, I think it's fine. Because look at me now, I'm 33.
Mhm.
When I started dating my husband, we talked about all these things, and now we seem to have a more well-rounded view than a lot of people who are 20, 30 years older than us.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just saying, think about it.
I still think you guys have too much information.
I'm done with you.
Shout out to Erica for reading to her kids before bed. More people should do that, by the way. Read to your kids. Read with your kids. That's so important.
Exactly.
Yeah. Shooting.
Yeah, I saw the shooting. 16 people are dead.
Over what? Shooting over what?
There's not much information outside of it's just a mass shooting. And I think the shooter is still at large.
Well, the fact that it's on the news, we can determine this. The shooter's white, the victims were black.
You're stupid.
22 now. Not to make light of death, okay? Not to make light of death,
No.
but the distraction.
People think it's me. It's
Yeah.
Mo. She be making fun of stuff that ain't funny, and then I catch the heat for it.
You know what though? You gotta find the humor in everything. You definitely
do,
gotta
it's
find
fun.
the humor. Yeah,
He
you
is
can make.
right.
I told you. See, that's the only reason why y'all know about it. That's the only reason. Guarantee you, he's about to be LGBTQ, or he's going to be Palestinian or Israeli. I'm just saying.
He's gonna be pro-Hamas.
Yeah, he's gonna be Middle Eastern. There's gonna be
Mo. Let's
be a
just get
tie.
ahead of it now. Can we give our predictions now? Just
Okay,
so
well,
people
that's
can
what we're
say they're here.
doing.
I'm gonna say, well, we both agree on this. We're probably gonna agree.
Mm.
He's going to have some ties to Palestine.
Oh, absolutely. Pictures
Sometime.
of him on the news. Okay, let's find it. Hold on. I'm sure somebody on IG has already raced to post about it. So let's see.
This girl's so she is out.
Okay, at least.
at
Oh
her,
yeah. Let's see. I know. I was just thinking about that. Okay, so here's a picture of the shooter. Oops, hold on.
Does he look Palestinian?
He kind of does look a little Middle Eastern. I mean, no, I think he could pass for Israeli. Actually, I don't think Palestinian, but that's him right there.
Ooh. Ooh. Look, this is to distract the coverage from the new MAGA speaker. MAGA. Remember what you guys saw here.
Travion said that.
Travion, you're a Trump tard. I've already concluded that you're a part of the Cult 45.
Let's see.
This nigga's woke. He said his black son has a harder reality than his white son, and y'all want to sit there and eat that up? What? And you know what conservatives are saying in my comment section, Mo?
What?
You want me to read one comment to you? Oh, my
Go
phone
ahead.
died. One comment to me said, he's saying something that's true. Bro, since when do we face systemic issues in this country? And since when has the right
Oh, Lord.
acknowledge these things?
Oh,
I can't-
Lord.
I'm going live on Instagram after this show, you guys. I'm going to do it after the show. I
Let's-
haven't done it in a minute. And we're going to talk about this new Speaker of the House and his take on America having a systemic issue. Can't wait.
I'm trying to see. Julius, let's see what Julius posted. Did he post about it yet? No longer available. I swear, you know what, Julius? Are you coming to our show for content? When'd you post this? 2 hours ago? You stealing our content, Julius? Is that what's going on? Just joking. You're welcome to it. You're part of the.
I had to unfollow like that. Can't do it.
Oh. All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll see if what the ties
Lord.
are.
Forgiato ho.
I love him. I'm back on the Forgiato train. I like him. I'm sorry. I met him. He's a nice guy.
I don't want to hear it.
He looked very nice at Bryson's wedding. Man, I'm hearing I'm hearing some wrestling downstairs. We got to end this show because something's going on downstairs with the dogs.
You wish, JK. No, me and Julius exchange content all day. We send each other stuff like, hey, look at this, you find this interesting. So
yeah,
it's probably because we've already talked about it. But thank you guys for tuning in. My husband is back, so we will be back on our regular schedule. I know it's been crazy for these past 3 weeks. We'll be back Friday, and we're gonna go down the rabbit hole. I'm gonna send you all the content in the world. You're gonna be so mad at me.
Okay. But
All I'm
also
gonna
read
do
the
is
Jada
bombard
book
your
because I
inbox.
can't hold this in any longer.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it tonight.
Okay.
Maybe not tonight because I'm going to do
22
something.
chapters. 22 chapters.
How many pages?
I don't know.
Are they short chapters or long chapters?
They seem kind of long.
The chapters seem long?
Yeah, they seemed kind of long. Hold on, I'll tell you just a second. Finished. Oh Lord.
This is Audible.
Fuck.
This is Audible.
Where do you see how many pages this shit is?
It should be on the very front page when you open it up. Like on the before you press play. When you read
It takes 14 hours to read it.
Oh,
whatever that means. Anyways, dude, by the way, shout out to anybody who writes a book and reads in their voice the book. Okay, does the reading of the book, because I have listened to a few books that are what?
Julius stole your question.
Real quick, have you noticed that there are no pictures of Mike Johnson's? Yo, Julius, I said the same thing on the show.
Julius, let's go live on IG.
Okay, but real quick, shout out to the people who read their audiobooks in their voice, because there's something to hearing it in somebody's voice. I'm starting the Britney Spears book. It's not in her voice. Michelle Williams is narrating that book, and I'm not happy about it because I really want to hear Britney voices.
Look
like,
at
like this.
you.
Yeah.
Embracing AI.
Shut up,
I want
Soonie.
y'all to listen to the
I
boom.
knew this shit was gonna come. I'm not embracing AI. I'm maximizing my time. Okay.
What?
Go do your live with Julius. Okay. Go do your live with Julius. Give me credit for the fact that we all know. Don't give Julius credit for the black sun not being in the pictures. I discovered that shit first. Okay. So Julius, you ain't gonna steal my thunder. Even though I'm not gonna be on the live, I need you to give me my due justice.
We got you, Mo. You were first. Mo was right. Mo was first.
I'm gonna
Mo is
listen.
right. Apparently on Tafari Campbell. She's piqued my interest finally.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have some more commentary on it Friday.
Yeah. Cons, no, she does not talk about how Tupac was gay.
I disrespect the Tupac, yo.
Yeah.
Stop it.
All right. All right, Soonie, I'm gonna hit the credits. I'm gonna get off, and then I'm gonna get on your live and hear it. Make sure you
Okay.
do me right.
I will. I got you.
Okay. Bye, guys. See you Friday. You want me to end it?
They say the song's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you with without your permission, and you don't even have to listen. They say the song's so offensive.